Hi, I'm Angela Hardy, kinesiologist, life coach and trainer at Cloud9. Today I want to speak about an aspect of relationships. I do quite a bit of relationship training, relationship coaching, and this little piece of information is the naughty side of relationships. Okay, you think I'm going to start speaking about sex, but I'm not. That's not what it's about at all. No, let me be clear up front. If you've seen any of my blogs about relationships before, you know that my number one rule of relationships is do not try and change somebody. This is very, very important to me. I really think that if you want to have a good, strong relationship, you need to be absolutely committed to not trying to change somebody. Because when you try and change somebody, you focus on the negative. It's all about the negative. It's all about what they're not right or good at. And next thing, all you see is this person who's not right enough or good enough for you. And all they see is this person who doesn't think that they're right enough or good enough for them. So having said that, that is my codicil for this training today. This training is about getting your partner to do what you'd like them to do. And it's quite a clever piece of very logical, dare I say, manipulation. And the reason that it works so well is that really, as people in a relationship with anybody, whether it's our partner or our spouse or our children or our family, what we want, or even our work colleagues, what we want most of all is to be acknowledged, and we want most of all to be heard, and we want most of all to be seen, and what we want is for people to admire us, to say, you're good, you're okay, I like you, I admire you, I acknowledge you. And so this method that we use of getting something out of our partner is all about using that technique to encourage them to do the things that we want them to do. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You cannot change somebody else. You may be able to influence their behavior if you don't whine at them, if you don't bitch at them, if you don't shake your finger at them and tell them how bad they are. But you cannot change somebody fundamentally with their belief systems or their value systems or the way that they go about living their lives. So don't even try. But if you would like your husband to be more a part of something that you're doing, like bathing the children, or doing the washing, or even going for a walk with you in the park, or whatever the case may be, if you want your husband to be more of that, if you want your wife to be more involved in something that you're doing, or to be doing it for you, like cooking the dinner, or or walking the dogs, or doing the kids' homework, or whatever the case may be. If you'd like that person to be more involved in something, there's a very specific method of going about doing it. And it's really, really very simple. And what it is it's based on the way that you would train a child or a dog. Now, I don't mean to be disrespectful, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. But the fact of the matter is that you train a child and a dog in a very simplistic manner. You do not ask them to be compliant in a fully formed way when you ask them to do something. So, let me give you an example. You've got a little puppy and you want to teach this puppy to retrieve something from a box or a basket. Let's say it's a little fluffy toy from a box or a basket. They do something called clicker training. They do it with dolphins and with all sorts of other animals. They do a little bit of clicker training with a reward. So the technique with a puppy is quite simple. You let the puppy wander around. You put the basket on the floor somewhere near where the puppy's wandering around. And the moment the puppy goes near the basket that you want them to collect the little toy out, you do your little click click and you give them a reward. In the case of the puppy, it's a food reward. This tells the puppy something that you're doing is what I want you to do more of. Because the puppy's saying, I want more of that food reward. So something that I'm doing is working to get me what I want, more of that food reward. So this is exactly the same thing you do with your children. When your children learn to walk, you don't go, geez, you're really bad at that. How come you can't stand up and walk the whole room? Oh my word, you keep falling on your bum. What's wrong with you? How come you can't do this right? What's wrong with you? No, you don't. You say, oh, you're so clever, look at you, you stood up on your two little feet. And the child thinks, oh, this is worth doing. Look how much affirmation I get out of standing on my little 2 feet. Ah, this is worth doing. Mommy loves me when I stand on my 2 feet. Oh. So the food reward for the child is very simply affirmation and approval. So you want your partner to do something, you're going to use exactly that technique. Maybe this would be a little over the top. They might see it coming. So you could be a little less enthusiastic with your husband than you are with your children. But it's really, the principle is very much the same. So puppy goes near the basket, click, click, food reward. Puppy's thinking, how can I get this food reward again? One eye is looking at you, the other eye is looking at the basket, comes round near the basket, looks at you expectantly, click, click, food reward. Puppy's like, cool, this is what I need to do to get a food reward. Go to the basket. Nothing. I wonder what she wants. Get a little closer, put the nose on the basket. Click, click, food reward. Ah, she wants me to put my nose on the basket. Excellent, I can do that. Click, click, food reward. Fantastic, let me do it again. Nothing. I wonder what she wants. Sniff, 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 sniff. Put the nose in the basket. Click, click, food reward. Ah, she wants me to put my nose in the basket. Click, click, food. And so you go until the puppy picks up the toy and brings it to you with tiny little baby steps along the way. Just as you would teach your child to crawl and to walk and to run. With tiny little baby steps along the way, for which they are being rewarded with affirmation and approval. So, you want your husband to bring the washing in off the line. Sorry, men, it's all about you now. I'm a girl. I like my husband to bring the washing off the line every now and again for me. So, this is what most women will do. And men, you guys are doing the same with your women when you want them to do something for you, so pay attention. I want my husband to bring the washing off the line. Why do I always have to bring the washing off the line? Am I the slave in this family? Why do I always have to be the one? That's rubbish. He should bring the washing off the line too. By the time he walks in the door, you're already ready to rip his head off. Hey, take the damn washing off the line. Why don't you ever help me? This is not affirmation and acknowledgement that's going to get your husband to take the washing off the line. The way to get your husband to take the washing off the line is to say, sweetie, won't you do me a huge favor, please? Please won't you get the washing off the line? It'd be so amazing. That feels good. It feels a lot better than, hey, how come you never help out around here? Why do I have to do everything? So off he goes to get the washing off the line. Well, what does he know about washing? Especially if he's a South African man, he's never taken washing off the line. So he takes the washing off the line and he piles it in a big fat pile in the laundry basket and he brings it in and he dumps it on your kitchen counter. Now, when you take the washing off the line, you take the washing off the line, you fold it up neatly so it's going to need less ironing, you put it very gently in the washing basket, everything is piled, all the t-shirts in one side, all the pants in the other, the washing basket goes into the laundry room where it's going to get ironed. He brings it in a huge pile and puts it on the kitchen counter and leaves it there for you to deal with. What are you gonna do? Well, if you say to him, well, that's great, you brought the washing in, but it's this huge bloody great pile, and now it's going to be a mission to sort and iron, and you really needn't bother to do it at all. In which case he's thinking, well, hell, I won't, because that didn't feel good at all. You're never going to get your husband to take the washing off the line for you in the future because it doesn't feel good. There is no reward for him in taking the washing off the line if you approach it in that way. So what you do is you say, oh, my darling, it's so wonderful that you help me out around the house. There's so many husbands that just don't take care of their families in the way that you do. Now, it would be amazing if you could just fold those little things separately and put them in a little pile of t-shirts and other things all separately. That would make a huge difference when it comes to ironing, and then everything won't be so crinkled. That feels good. Husband folds up the washing, puts it in the pile, takes it to the laundry room. When he comes back, you give him the biggest hug. You say, it's amazing to have somebody that takes part in my life. I so appreciate you. Very simple. Next time you say to your husband, please will you take the washing off the line? He's thinking, well, last time I took the washing off the line, it felt pretty good. Because my wife thought I was amazing. My wife thinks that I am a great husband. My wife thinks that she'd rather be with me than anybody else in the world because I take care of her. So this is a little knack. Now, I know that there's a lot of resistance to this because I've spoken to my friends about this technique before. And they all say to me, why should I have to manipulate him into doing what I want? He's part of this family. He should be seeing that the washing is on the line and do it for himself. Well, he's not going to. He hasn't before, so he's not going to. If he has before, you're good to go. He doesn't need any training. But if he hasn't ever done it before, he's not going to do it out of the blue. So if you want someone to do what you want them to do, you need to reward them and encourage them to do it, just like you with the puppy, just like you with the child. So I could give a scenario for you gentlemen to get your wife to do something that you would like them to do, but we're not going to go there. It's the same principle. Whatever it is that you want, ask for it and reward the person for giving it to you. The same technique applies at home, at school, with the kids, with the dogs, with your work colleagues. You can apply this technique. Remember to reward people for giving you what you want, and they will give you what you want in future with pleasure. It's been Angela Hardy speaking about rewarding your spouse into doing what you want them to do. If you loved this presentation, if it was of any use to you, please feel free to pass it on to your friends and spread it around. You can also join my mailing list and get my oncoming presentations via my blog. That would be wonderful. Or join me on Facebook and I'll post them to there as well. I do a whole bunch of different retreats. If you're interested in looking at my retreats and training, please go onto my website. It will be listed at the end of this video. And if you would like me to come and speak to your group or your organization about any of the topics on my blog, feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to do that anytime. Thanks very much and have a beautiful, beautiful day.